The post office scandal can be presented at the moment as a technical failing, but it is really a moral collapse. The post office Horizon scandal has been the greatest miscarriage of justice in modern British legal history, but there's something far worse than that. While bureaucrats celebrate the milestones of £1 billion in compensation disbursed, at least 345 innocent sub-postmasters and mistresses have died waiting for full redress. Their names are not statistics. They're victims whose final days were spent haunted by the false accusation and the disgrace that they endured, trying to give something back to society, trying to be the representative behind the counter. Between 1999 and 2005, thousands of sub-postmasters were falsely accused of theft. Because of bugs in the Horizon accounting software, they lost their businesses, their homes, their health, their marriages, their reputations. A few years ago, Coutts produced a rather interesting booklet about how important reputation was. Some went to prison. Many went bankrupt. And yet, even after a High Court ruling in 2019 made clear they were blameless, the system found new ways to fail them. Terry Waters, for example, fought for years. His contract was terminated in 2008. He and his wife Janet lost their home, and when compensation finally came, it was less than half of what they'd claimed, and the letter arrives days after his funeral. Gillian Blakey died at 81. Her husband David remembers her one regret, that she would not live to see real justice done. Sam Harrison, just 54, died of cancer before she could see the conclusion of a 20-year fight to clear her name. What has been the institutional response? Platitudes, statements of regret, a government spokesperson saying they pay tribute to victims and deeply regret that some of them have died before seeing justice. The Post Office claims it is an absolute priority to deliver redress quickly, but quick is a lie. The Post Office is supposed to deliver letters within a certain space of time. It doesn't even do that now. Cases are bogged down in legal wrangling. Offers come far below fair value. Complex forms must be filled in by elderly, traumatized people. The benefit of the doubt lies in the Post Office, not with those that it's ruined. And we're told there is a 40-day turnaround target for offers, yet it often takes a year. Bureaucracy has become its own form of cruelty, one that kills. Because actually, when you're faced with a form, most of the time the questions which are being asked you can't answer. They're loaded in double negatives, and they're looking for a precise answer or a precise excuse to refuse you what you're requesting. It's easy to blame the system, but let's name the truth. The truth is systems are designed and operated by people, senior post office executives, government ministers, Whitehall officials, and many of them now walk the corridors of power with serene self-assurance. Some of them have even been knighted. Some of them give evidence to inquiries with all the sincerity of a crocodile at prayer, or one of the boys in Bertolucci's film 1900 with his hand in his trousers. How much communion wine will it take to wash away that stain? Because this is not just a story of error. It's a story of stubbornness, of refusal to admit fault, of penny pinching at the expense of ruined lives. And there's another stain on our society, that so few of those responsible have faced any real consequence. So few of those responsible have done anything to help. Look at the human toll. Financial ruin, nervous breakdown, divorce, suicide, families forced to watch a loved one die under the cloud of accusations, still fighting the government for scraps of justice. David Blakey said his wife was robbed of the chance of a peaceful, happy retirement. No government check can ever restore that. It's not enough to say sorry. It's not enough to hold an inquiry, publish volumes of blame and move on. Compensation must be prompt, fair, and respectful. If you're the leader of a major British party, can't you spare some time to go around to the country and visit some of these people who have been so abused because you didn't do your job? Compensation must be fair, must be prompt, must be respectful. Those responsible must face real accountability. If a shoplifter can be jailed in days, why do white-collar decision-makers escape so easily? We need a system that errs on the side of the innocent. We need a system that offers dignity, not endless forms, that pays without making the victim beg. And above all, we need to stop congratulating ourselves for partial victories while people die waiting for justice. The real scandal is not that so many died without compensation. It's that so many are still dying without it today. It's that we as a society have tolerated a culture that metes out cruelty by spreadsheet and apology by press release. We owe the dead our remembrance. We owe the living real justice, and we owe both our shame, because as a collective society, this is our responsibility.